Welcome, everyone. My name is Zach Cutler. I'm the founder and CEO of Propel, and excited to have you all here today. So for those of you who don't know Propel, we are the leading AI for public relations and communication. I spent my entire career in PR running an agency and was frustrated by the lack of great innovative technology. And so got the idea to build the first CRM for PR. We called it PRM. We launched it several years ago, and since then we've been working on building the most advanced AI in the industry. We have a full media database, and today we're going to focus on the power of our LLM, which we call PropeLLM. It's the only vertical LLM for public relations. And I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go over a few slides, and then we're going to actually jump into the product and show you how it works. I want to tell you guys a little bit more about the agent. So what we did is we took all of the capabilities of Propel from media discovery. So that's finding the right journalists, that's preparing your pitches with customized, personalized introductions for each pitch to each journalist. It's also sending the pitches, it's monitoring your coverage, it's understanding your analytics on campaign performance, both ROI as well as productivity. And it's bringing all of that into one single chat experience, where you're able to actually execute an entire campaign from end to end. And you're able to put in a prompt and see which journalists are responding, all of the coverage you're getting. You're able to brainstorm with the agent. So what we've done is we've trained our model on over 25 million real email pitches that have been sent through the Propel proprietary Gmail and Outlook plugins over the years. And in an aggregated, anonymized way, we've been able to use that data in addition to our 500,000 journalist profiles, our 100,000 plus outlet profiles, and 2 billion articles. And we've been able to train the model to be a specific verticalized LLM for PR and comms. And so the LLM is really powerful because the data behind it is really powerful. And we've been able to bring all of those different functions and features of Propel into it. And so what it does is it allows you creative strategy, list creation, media list creation, hyper-personalized pitches, and we're talking, taking the last article or articles of each journalist, reading those in an pulling out a nugget or two and creating a personalized draft based on the recent work of each journalist, so that it really looks like you did your homework, and distributing it from Gmail, from Outlook, and then again understanding the reporting. And it's been a monumental project. We're very excited about it. We just recently launched it. And we can see on Chavi's screen the agent. So what I want to do here is start with a prompt. So below the box, we can see a few different buttons that show the various functionality of PropeLLM. So for example, we can launch a full campaign. We can find journalists. We can build a media list. Let's start by finding journalists. So you can click on that, Chavi, who cover AI for healthcare. And now we're going to hit the button. Also, you may notice just a few things here. We've got a microphone, so you can speak to PropeLLM and do it that way. We've also got all of your historical chats on the left, so you've got a full archive, just like you'd find in any other LLM. So we've got those kind of standard features. And so here we can see that this is actually pulling from the Propel media database. So because Propel has one of the strongest media databases in the industry with 500,000 journalists, you're going to get results here that you would never find in ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, because this isn't just pulling from the web. It's not pulling from public sources. This is actually Propel's database that's that's serving these results. And we can see for each journalist, we have the contact information, which includes their email, often their phone. We've also got their socials, LinkedIn, X, etc. If you click on one of the journalists' names, you actually can see their journalist profile page in Propel. And this is one of the, just one of the 500,000 journalists we have. We can see, in her case, Casey Ross, all of her articles. We can see her bio, but more importantly, on the left, we can see her pitching preferences. And this is based on the aggregated anonymized data of all the Propel user base. How many pitches is this journalist sent? How many does she respond to? Oh, she's got a high open rate. That's impressive. Response rate, not as good. And also, what are the topics that have most gotten responses and engagement? What's the best time to pitch her? What's the best day to pitch her? And this is all based on the real historical pitches and engagement with this journalist. So an amazing layer of data there. Also, we see the media list that she's on right there above the pitching preferences. So gives you a sense of, that CRM capability. If we go back to the agent, Chavi, so what I really love about PropeLLM is that if you go down here in an initial list of 10 targets, but what PropeLLM helps you do is brainstorm and provide ideas of how can we refine this? How can we expand this? And so in this case, it's saying, okay, if you tell me your AI for healthcare angle, for example, clinical AI, RCM, imaging. So maybe I want to focus on imaging. So we can write imaging here, and we'll click enter. And the amazing thing here is that any other media database that you use, it doesn't provide that that feedback and that interactive suggestion experience. So if I was using a competitive database, I would have to think, all right, let me focus more on imaging. Let me expand this to these other outlets. Whereas with PropeLLM, it's really your strategy partner. It's going to make suggestions. It's going to follow up with new ideas. It's going to allow you to think critically. How can I refine my list? How can I expand my list? And that's just incredible. And I wish that I had that when I was running my agency. If we scroll down, we can see that it gave me good results. And now it's saying again, if you actually want to target this even more, do you want to focus on radiology workflow, on diagnostics performance? And so again, it allows you to refine to a level that is just incredible. It allows you to expand. It's asking, do I want to add another 30 to 50 people? And now I can say, all right, I like these people, and I want to add them to my media list. So we can type that in. And what it's going to do now is it's going to allow me to automatically, type in one of these numbers of my media list and add it, and then it's going to have everything prepared and ready for me to pitch. So if I put in, let's say, number 2 is perfect. Great. Now, what I want to say is, have I pitched these people before? So now it's going to be able to look through my historical pitching and give me a green light, give me a red light. If I've double pitched these people, or if I just pitched them and it said, okay, here's my pitching history. You haven't pitched any of them yet. Great. Okay. but I do have these 4 other journalists on other lists, so that's important to know. And so again, incredible functionality to pull all of the different workflows of PR, from discovery to checking your pitching history to brainstorming content angles. So now we can write here, let's craft the pitch. And now it's going to actually generate the pitch. It might ask me a couple of probing questions so that it does the best job that it can, or if it has enough, it'll just go ahead and craft the pitch for us right off the bat. But yeah, this is the pitch draft. Yeah, we can save this as the draft, and we can also now personalize those intros for each journalist. So as I said, we can send a very personalized pitch email to each contact. You can see here that it's asking me, do I want it to send to select contacts or to everyone on the list? And if I click everyone on the list, it's pretty amazing. It creates a draft for each person using their recent work, and it's allowing you to take advantage of that AI and that automation to essentially scale personalization. So really powerful here. We can see this is the pitch draft preparation screen. We've got that personalized AI intro token there, which Chavi is highlighting. And if we create the drafts, I think it's magic. Other people call it wizardry, but whatever you want to call it, it's incredible. We're aware that, it's very important to get all the names right, and that's why we have this safety screen here, just to make sure all those first names look good. We're going to click submit, and now it's going to craft those personalized drafts. And in a minute, we're going to see those populating in the drafts folder, which is pretty amazing. At my agency, this was a rule that we had. Every pitch that went out had to have a personalized intro, and it took a good 10-12 minutes per journalist, a few hours for a campaign. Here we're talking about a couple of minutes, and the quality is great. We can open one of these and see hi Katie, I saw your recent reporting on Heartflow's lawsuit, blah blah blah. And again, we create these as drafts because we do believe that AI is a great partner, but it's not here to replace you. It's not here to remove you from the process. That's the opposite of what it should do. It should just allow you to do more of the human, substantive, strategic parts of the job, and it automates the kind of redundant, more repetitive parts of the job. And so here, PropeLLM is actually, helping you to send more personalized intros in less time and get more coverage for your brand or your client. I see we've got a lot of people here today, and I want to, save some time for Q&A. So I'm gonna, show you a couple more quick things in the chat screen here, and then we're gonna answer a bunch of questions. So David, I see, just asked something, which we'll get to that in a minute, David. And anyone else who has questions, please write them in the chat, and we'll have all the questions ready, and we'll address each and every one of them in a minute or two. So the other thing I want to show you here is analyze my campaign. So if we click this, let's click enter there, and we can see how we're doing. Where have my efforts been going? Where are my results coming in? What's my open rate? What's my response rate? Okay, so here we've got a nice summary. We can see that, in this demo account, there's not much activity, but you can see basically how many pitches were sent, how many opens, how many responses, articles published, UMV and backlink stats. We can see broken down by account. We can see broken down by campaign. And so really, really powerful capability there. And this also dovetails nicely into our business analytics, which, Chavi, if you have that in your account here, we can do a quick overview of that. But basically, the business analytics allows you to, this one isn't, here we go. Allows you to track your direct attribution and your general correlation of your PR campaigns to your actual business outcomes. And we have a Google Analytics integration. And so, we're really excited about PropeLLM, about all the capabilities that it's bringing. We're super thrilled about the innovation we're bringing to the industry. I myself, coming from this industry, smile a lot at the changes that are here now, and we're excited to have all of you guys use it, to sign up if you haven't yet, or if you have, to have more adoption and usage, and start really benefiting from PropeLLM and putting your campaigns into it, and saving a lot of time and getting better results. So, all right, let's now go Q&A. I see some questions have come in. So David is asking, how did it pull the personal intro note? Great question, David. So the way that this works is that Propel has a journalist profile for really every journalist that you could imagine. And we also have the recent articles for each journalist. So the way that we do the intro is that we look at those articles for each journalist on the media list. And then in the personalized intro, we pull out a nugget or two. So that example that we saw on Chavi's screen was, hi, Katie, I saw your recent coverage about iHeartRadio's acquisition of XYZ, and I was particularly interested in your take on the future earnings potential of the company. And then it dovetails into your pitch. So essentially, we're looking at the recent work of the journalist, and we're using that to pull out a nugget or two and show the journalist that we know, we did our homework, we read their article, and we're not just copy pasting them. David, let me know if that answers your question. If you have any follow-ups, feel free to drop them in the chat. Debbie, same question as David. All right, great. And then we've got a question from Nathan. How receptive are journalists to AI-generated pitches? That's a great question, Nathan. So we've actually seen a significant rise in open and response rates for those users using PropeLLM and using the personalized intros. As I said a minute ago, we specifically save these drafts into your drafts folder rather than sending them out, because we do believe that you should be the one to review them and to click send and to make any changes you might want. Because at the end of the day, we do a great job in generating the pitch. We have humanization added to it so that it doesn't sound automated or AI generated. But as a PR practitioner my whole life, or let's say my whole adult life, wasn't doing it when I was a kid, but as a PR practitioner my whole adult life, I really do believe that as PR and comms practitioners, we should be reviewing our pitches. we should be adding a little bit and making it our own. But if the AI can get us 90% of the way there, 95%, 85%, that saves me hours and hours every week. And so that's the idea. And Mike has a question here. Do you have any subscription plans that are affordable for small brands, agencies, and freelancers? We do, Mike. So we have a variety of options. Mike, can you drop your email in the chat and we will follow up with you? Alternatively, Chavi will put in our email here as well, and you can reach out. But we'd like to set up a call, give you a little more detail about the options, and anyone else that would like that as well. You can either put the number 1 in the chat or just drop your email into the chat. Alyssa is asking, is this an add-on to current plans? Great question. So the way that PropeLLM works is that the standard plan comes with a limited amount of credits. So you'll be able to do some, some campaigns in PropeLLM. You'll be able to get some benefit, but it's limited. You're not going to have an unlimited amount of credits. If you want, a large amount of credits, which means a large amount of usage, then there's additional pricing for it. And yeah, so that's the way that it currently works. Novika has dropped an email in here, so we'll follow up with you, Novika, as well for a one-to-one. And if anyone else wants to learn more or have a one-on-one, to discuss both the pricing and also more details about the agent, just drop your email in here or drop the number 1 in here and we'll follow up with you. Yes, the recording is going to be sent as a follow-up. And we've got 2 or 3 minutes left here in case there are any last questions. Feel free to drop those in the chat. But just to kind of summarize on all of the points here, I think that this is an exciting moment for our industry. And I'm not just saying that as the founder of Propel, but as a PR practitioner for many, many years before that. We have a lot to look forward to. And I'm an optimist. And I believe that our jobs are not going to be replaced as PR practitioners. I believe that the output is just going to increase. So in general, I think that's the case. And in our industry, I think that's the case. And I think that if we want to stay relevant and productive and successful as comms professionals, we have to adopt AI. We have to get on the AI curve. And with tools like Propel, it's possible and it's easy. And it's not scary. It's very intuitive. We're there as a partner. We're not there to replace you. We're just there to essentially help you do more work in less time and to automate a lot of the busy work, a lot of the redundant, repetitive tasks. And so, yeah, I think it's a very, very exciting moment. For those of you who are already customers, we appreciate your business. Look forward to continuing to work with you. For those who are not yet customers, please drop your email in or follow up with us afterward. And I see there are already several people who want one-on-ones, which is great. I appreciate everyone's time today. Chavi dropped our email in there. It's simply support@propelmypr.com. We're going to do more of these in the future, and really excited to be here with you all today. And thanks for joining us. Thanks, everyone. Be in touch. Take care.